You know how they say, fake it till you make it? I think I'm gonna try that, but, you know, this topic, I got the idea from Javal, so, go check him out. Javal the Doomer. Anyway, it's Wander again, and Javal left off a video about, society doesn't care about us. And, absolutely true. But in my head, it's both simple and not. And I had a chat with, GPG about it, and I leaned it around to basically agree with me, but what did I talk about? Well, I wanted to find solutions to see what is it that that we can do. And the answer, because, it's not programmed to be, completely doomer about a subject. It's not really a lot that we can do besides, oh yeah, bro, let's lobby about it and, foster, a place where we can talk about men's issues and, how, we're not getting any sex, right? But it's just the thing. They don't care. And it's absolutely true. It's rough, You have to kick back and, put yourself out there, and it's like no one's gonna take you seriously, right? And so you have to put yourself out there on a subject that 90% of the fucking population doesn't agree with you on, and Javal had talked about how, what was it? Society doesn't believe, lookism. And it's partially right. There are people out there who, they'll just be upfront about it. And then there are people out there who believe the hope. And I liken it to religion, right? Because people will believe the hope. And sometimes people need to believe in that hope, because if they don't, then it's just like, shit, what is it that there is to live for? And, as I was talking with ChatGPT, right, they started talking about how, this is a troublesome topic. How about you make it so that you foster a community around the black pill space and make it so that they, can foster self-improving. We've all heard that one before, right, folks? And hobbies, and we have a hobby. So I mean, for me it's video games, but tit for tat, I guess. But there's nothing that they really gave as a solution besides lobbying and trying to change the public opinion. But the public opinion is 90%, it's 90-10 against us. So it's like, there's nothing to do except just get the fuck out of here and watch the shit crumble, and then they build the shit back up again the exact same way, and then watch it crumble again. It's all the same shit. It just happens over and over and over again. It's just like they don't think. Normies, they have brains, but it's not like the logical circles don't, they don't add up, but they add up in their mind so that they keep this thing, running. And how do I put it? It's not the best. I can't really think of any other solution besides just getting the fuck out of here. And who benefits from this? The society benefits, because of course they're not going to have prostitution be legalized. Of course they're not going to, acknowledge lookism in all its, in all its ugliness, but truth. Because men are the workhorses, and because men are the workhorses, they need to have men hopeful. They need to have men, happy about the situation that they're in, and they have to have them believe that it's their fault, essentially. And that shit it's fucking cringe. but they have the power and we don't. And so we can only use the things that they do give that have any chance of helping us out. We have to use them. Like tax code, for example. I found out that the foreign earned income exclusion is something that the taxman allows us to do. And it makes it so that you remove the income tax off of any source of your income as long as you don't live in the United States, which is insane, you know what I mean? So you still have to pay, Medicare and, Social Security, but, for the most part, no income tax is pretty fucking crazy. So, that there's that. You don't have to go ER. You just have to figure out how to get into a remote job and then not be here. It's that easy. And, it's that easy to say, but it's hard to, do. And it depends on where it is that you're at. So, what it is that I would, what is it? That I'd recommend for you is figure out what it is that you can do that can be remote. Because once you figure that out, then you're golden. You're all set. You leave, then you can go get your nut off, and that's that. Because they're going to gaslight you, pretty much. If you try to bring up, we should have legalized prostitution, but you can't because it goes directly against how it is that they have this shit set up, which is that the man is to chase the woman and that you can't make it easy to get sex. And they'll make arguments that if they make it easy to get sex, that men won't want to work anymore and shit like that. But you can look at the parallels and you can see how many, rights that it is that they give women. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, although you can look and say, you gave women rights and it all went downhill from there. And, potato, tomato, I both agree and don't. But, what I'm spitting is facts. If you bring this up to just the average person, then they're going to look at you like you're insane. So imagine you trying to lobby for, this, that, and the third and trying to do it here in the States. It's like they'll fucking laugh at you. They won't take you seriously. And so you have to find ways to get around it. And then just, once you're out, you just watch that shit crumble from afar. Because, you either do that or you just keep rotting. And that's honestly just, it is what it is. So, I don't know what else to tell you, man. It's just a tough world out there. And unfortunately, society doesn't give a fuck if you're not getting your needs met because you're ugly. You don't you don't give pleasure to my eyes. So it stands to reason that you and your struggles and all the things that you have problems with are your fault, not mine. And it's right to a degree because, I don't think, rights are just given to us. It's like we're slaves. We're basically collateral in for trade of, our where we live, our country. In that, we're all little slaves and we all have different levels and we earn a certain amount of money at this certain time and, GDP and all that other shit. We are slave trade and it's collateral. It's just a lot more complicated and they made it so that we think that we're free, but we're not. We're not. Make my own business? I don't like people. I gotta figure out some way to do that, some other forms of income, but let's focus on one thing at a time first. So, remote job, then save a lot, and then get the fuck out. Because I don't want to be here when shit hits the fan. I don't. It's just, I don't care. I don't have any, hold-ups about leaving this place. Because it sucks. It's divisive. It threatens my livelihood. makes me feel like shit, I don't care anymore. I just don't. So, advice for you. There's plenty of things that you can do when it comes to remote work. There's articles, if you learn tech, then you can try your shot there. There's data entry. There's plenty of things. There's plenty of things out there that you can do. I'm not going to say, it's impossible that you fail. Of course. But there's a possibility that you don't get the thing that you want. And for that, I'm sorry. It is what it is, But I genuinely want to do whatever the fuck it is that I can, as much in terms as it comes to this channel and speaking about these things, because, I hate it here. And, if you're here listening to me, then you probably hate it here too. But in any case, I think I already said this, but I want to reiterate a point, is that the society that we live in is wholly based on men's work as a whole. There are men out there who are getting what it is that they want, and, we can't really talk them out of it because, why would they, want to look at us and with any kind of sympathy, to them, we're just fucking incels angry at women. And, I'm upset that I'm not getting laid, sure, but, angry at women? I mean, if I were a Chad or a Tyrone or some shit like that, I would do the same fucking shit. Unfortunately, I'm not, so I'm in this position of not getting my needs met and what it is that I want. But I do know one thing. I'm tired of being gaslit and being told that I'm not enough and I need to self-improve myself. Fuck you. Sick of this shit. But I think I didn't say it, so I will. Trying to change society here, it's no good, because men aren't going to stand up. Men aren't going to, make it a point and, get together because it's too much shame. You know what I mean? Your family feels shame. The people around you will shame you. And it's not going to change unless a majority of men get together, help each other out, and advocate for this shit to change, because they talk about a whole lot of shit like, oh, if you want something changed, then you gotta change it in the system, sonny boy. But, they fail to recognize that, because it's so deep-seated within this society that men are the workhorses and they, they do shit. Men are human doings and women are human beings. Some shit like that, right? It's to take this to them is in direct violation of what it is that it stands for. And everyone's a slave underneath it. I'll say that. Everyone is a slave underneath it. Even the women. They just get, they get pretty privilege, and they get privilege just for being women. And that is what it is, when it comes to, child support. You have to fight really hard or get a video of your baby mama twerking to fucking even get your own kids. And so it's in direct violation if you were to even try to get the shit changed. It's 90-10, basically. So fuck it. Work within it. Don't change it. Leave. Get the fuck out. And don't let anyone else try to tell you, oh, no, don't leave. It's not that bad, bro. It sucks. It fucking sucks.